Me, Love Jones. I am back with another one. I must have struck a nerve with my last reading because as soon as I got off, the threat started. Oh Lord, it's so funny. I had a post of that. I scrolled by and said it was Cat Williams. That's okay. They were asking. I scrolled by something that said. I scrolled by something that said Cat Williams. It was asking who was going to be exposed next. It also said people who keep it too real end up like this, and it showed a picture of Dave Chappelle with his white lips. We all know the story of Dave Chappelle. What happened to him? See blood here. So yeah. Then at the end of it, when I finished scrolling, I scrolled till I couldn't scroll anymore, and it stopped on Shamar, which is what they've been trying to say anyway. I told you. I was trying to figure out exactly what they meant by the whole Shamar thing, and eventually I established it was the whole body politicking. I don't know. Heard them say something about a botched body, and it dawned on me that's what they were trying to say. Something about somebody's body here. I see dark web. Something could have been placed on a dark web regarding somebody's body. I see child porn as well. Identity theft here. Could have been placed on a dark web here. And so maybe that's what they're trying to say. Um, Look, I just cut the deck on subliminal messages. It's what they send me all day long, y'all. That's what I mean when I talk about the online bullying. And so they want me to see that and I guess be afraid to keep talking or whatever about whatever it is that I'm talking about. The fact that they made Dave Chappelle look like a crackhead and pretty much call him incompetent. Say something about Cat Williams about exposing everybody. So I'm gonna keep talking regardless. I'm gonna keep talking because you know what? They've taken everything from me anyway at this point. They got your money on lockdown. You know, they have you in the situation that you're in. I've literally lost everything. And hell, maybe that's the whole plan. Maybe the plan was to cause me to lose everything. This man just hit my car, y'all. They right there just hit my car. He opened his car door and just hit my car and then just kept going. He didn't say sorry or anything. He act just like he didn't even know that he hit my car. And this Dodge Ram right here. The white man in the Ram truck just ran my car door. And then just kept going. Just kept going. I don't see anything here. It's a Gwinnett County tag. I don't see anything. It's the fact that he act like he didn't even see it. Like he didn't even feel it and just kept going. Hey y'all. And I felt it enough to rock my car. People losing their damn mind out here, you know. Got no make sure he opened the door a little lighter next time. Maybe he ain't realize it. You know what's so funny? I have a lot of big trucks like this that follow me when I'm on the highway. A lot of these big trucks. It's so funny. There's a lot of these people. When I was in Vegas, that's what they were driving a lot. And I used to say they drive these big old trucks to overcompensate for the little things that they have. There used to be a lot of non-melanated men following me around when I was up there, doing little spiteful things, waiting in places that I was, popping up where I was, wherever I was headed, you can tell that it was something going on. These people have a lot of nerve. But I have a lot of nerve too, and I take up for myself. So, I don't need anybody else to do it. Ain't nobody been doing it anyway, but I'm very well at taking up for myself. Uh, yeah, I have to do something else. These people don't lost their damn mind. They've lost their minds. And so, yeah, anyway, as I was telling y'all what was going on, deception, disappointment, failure, people working together, these celebrities here working together, somebody having a change in position here, courage, power, energy, action, somebody changing their mind about something, they want to do something about something here. That's what you got here. And so, yeah, anyway, I finished saying whatever I was saying, and then I got all of a sudden everybody on the internet, or whoever in the background manipulating the stuff on the internet, is what they had to say. Like they'll try to make me look like Dave Chappelle or something, like I'm on some type of drugs, which I figured, they already tried to do that at one point. When they was breaking in my house and putting stuff in my food, they was already attempting to try to make me look like a crackhead or like I was abusing drugs or something. That's why they were putting stuff in my food. They try to make you form these addictions so then they can tell people. Scooter, go play with your kids. And so they try to, make you form these addictions so they can say that it's something wrong with you. So they can say it's something wrong with you. Yeah. This is what they have to look forward to, judgment here. And somebody's changing their mind, I guess, about whatever team it was that they were on. Yeah. Especially when it's concerning your family, You think your family would even as so much as have your back when it comes down to certain things, and they be the main ones stabbing you in it. They be the main ones stabbing you in your back, and they've gathered up everybody else to help do the same thing. Or in some cases, the Empress here. This could be somebody's mother doing this. Somebody's mother stabbing them in their back. Somebody's mother that's helped create the confusion, the chaos all around here. This Empress card is also, it says ignorance here. I feel like that's what people are surrounded by, especially me. That's what I'm surrounded by most of the time. Ignorance. Ignorance. And so, yeah. I wish y'all can feel what I feel because the energy is completely shifted. I wish I could help you to feel the energy that I feel. Hierophant here. This always gives me some kind of secret society or something. That's what I felt like was following me around when I was in Vegas. A bunch of Masons. They had this certain look about them, y'all. This certain energy that came along with them. Yeah. Somebody's mother could be a part of some type of secret society here. Could be trying to do this. For me, my mother is dead. Only thing I have left now is a step parent. Who really didn't spend too much time with me doing anything when I was growing up. She would be gone most of the time working at the time. My daddy got sick at a certain point, and so he spent a lot of time being at home. And that's pretty much who I was there with most of the time. It's my father. And I would just go over to my mother's house, my biological mother, and visit every now and then once I got old enough. Yeah. Oppression. It's what they're trying to do. City of people trying to oppress you. Trying to oppress me. They want you to shut up. They want to be able to do the things that they do without nobody saying anything to you. That's what they want. I was going to say, try not to swing it hard this time. That was him just walk back out the door. Like CWB 1405, something like that. It's a Gwinnett County tag, whoever he is from Gwinnett County. I can't believe he hit my door like that. It didn't leave a mark or anything, but you clearly felt that he hit the door, and I know he knows he hit the door. The fact that he just kept going and didn't say anything here. People are trash, y'all. People are absolute garbage, and they don't mind being absolute garbage. especially when it comes down to a person like me. And here's the thing, I deal with stuff like this a lot. That's because people are aware of what's going on and they know that I have no protection around me, but they don't realize how much God is on my side, because otherwise a lot of the shit that they've tried to do to me would have worked already. They've been doing nothing but trying to set up different situations, yeah, breaking into my house left and right, which I talked about in some of my other videos on here. And you can see what I'm talking. I got so much proof, y'all, of certain things that's been going on. And that's why they do it, because they know they can get away with it. Because a lot of times people like us don't stick together. We'll choose the other people. We'll choose to go with the side of the money first. And so because we have a lack of support individually on an individual basis, that's how they choose to target on an individual basis. And so it doesn't matter that people are men, because those are like, that's like the main people I get targeted by, men. So it shows you how few men we have in the world. White, black, Chinese, whatever the case may be. They do what they do to support their own at the end of the day. And I hate to make it a race thing, but it's true. All the races stick together except for us. We the ones gonna go and do whatever it takes for the money. Turn our back on our own people for the money. Everybody else stick together. And it just is what it is. And I know everybody not an asshole like that. I know it's not all men. I know everybody not racist. But I'm saying when it comes down to men attacking women, they feel like they can do it more easily when it's us. When it's us compared to them. And unfortunately, you know, people talk about it's going to be a lot more of that going on. It's going to be a lot more of that going on. I feel like that's why a lot of people, men who are like us, choose women who are not like us for power and privilege purposes. And at the end of the day, when all hell breaks out, if something was to ever happen, then what? I question who's going to be on whose side. No, I love all people other than the ignorant people. And I love them too. I just don't like them. Ignorant people. And unfortunately, you're going to have a lot of ignorance comes out. But I'm used to dealing with it because, like I said, I had 6 months in Vegas. Felt like I went to war up there by myself. And I was surrounded by a bunch of white men, a bunch of Asians who were taking their time. And the Asians, I can't say anything. You know, those. And all different ethnicities. I don't even know what they were. Chinese, Japanese. All I know is they were some type of Asians or Filipinos or something like that. And they more so just like sucked your energy dry. I can tell, you know, the more of them was around, the less energy I had. By the time they finished for the day, I'd be done. You know, I wake up and I'm out there and I'm around them, and they pass by all day long. After an hour or two, I feel like my energy is completely drained and I could have been sit there and not move at all. Just sit there. And so I knew what it is that they were doing. Every day, every single day, I go into the casinos. They be heavily populated in the casinos. And while I was sitting there charging my phone, you could feel the energy being drained. I can feel energy a lot. And you can feel it being drained. And so although the Asians, they would mainly focus on draining your energy. I guess they more concerned about trying to build an empire in the background somewhere. Because that's all they would do. But when I tell you I used to be followed by white men driving these big trucks, and the ones that I said that look like Masons, they always driving these fast cars, and I don't know what kind of cars they be in. When they press the gas, they're really loud. That's all I can say. But yeah, I'd be surrounded by white men who do what do they would do little things to almost let you know. Like I would say, talk about the subliminal messages that be sent to me online. They would do stuff just like that. And it's so funny because when I got up there, it was like I was surrounded by the army up there in Vegas. That's what I was met by as soon as I got there, the army. And they were everywhere for some reason. And I remember thinking, why are they here? Why are they here all of a sudden? Uniformed people in the army, and every hotel I went into is like they were there. I thought about maybe I could make some money with my 360 photo booth I had once I got there. Just me thinking about that alone, I told y'all what happens when you think about certain things. But just me thinking about that alone, I get to Vegas, and every 100, 200 feet, there's a military person out there with their own 360 photo booth. You got to ask yourself, they pay y'all already. I know that they do. And so you wonder why are they the ones out there? But not only that, there was like flags everywhere I went, y'all. There was a flag. People wearing flag bandanas, the flags on the side of the building, the flags being flown from their cars. And I'm like, it's nowhere near one of those holidays where we would even be celebrating. So what's with all the flags here all of a sudden? Felt like I was being attacked by America, like I wasn't American. But yeah, mostly these middle-aged white men. That's what I had surrounding me all the time, throwing little subliminal messages. That's what they would do. I even had one night. One night I had these, like, they may have been in their 20s. Some young ones looked like they were about my son's age. Pull up next to me, and they parked, and they pretended to get out. One of them pretended to get out and smoke while the other one played this music very loud, and I knew what they were playing. It was intended for me to hear. And I don't remember exactly how the song went, but I knew the song was, it said something to the effect of, stop trying to save people. We don't need you to teach people anything. Something along those lines. And I already knew that it was intended for me to hear. I can catch on to stuff really fast. A lot of times I feel the energy before any type of thing you ever throw out there. I feel it coming along before that. And so yeah, I was surrounded by people like that. And so at this point I'm used to it. At this point I'm used to it. So yeah. What is this? Yeah. So yeah. Anyway. Anyway. I don't know, y'all. Him hitting my car may have been a mistake, but he could have at least apologized for it or acknowledged the fact that he did it. He just kept going. That's what made me feel like it was kind of out of spite. But either way, whether it was a mistake or out of spite, you're gonna have to do a lot more than hit my car to scare me. I've been dealing with y'all for too long at this point, and nothing really bothers me. At least it doesn't scare me. Now I'm bothered by a lot of things that go on because I feel like people should be, they just should be better people than what they are. Like, you know, man, this people are garbage. And once you see their true colors, you know, it can really mess with you a little bit. Because for me, as long as I've walked around in this energy of kind of just getting by, just trying to live, then it's like you have no problems. I've never dealt with racism, and it's so funny because I'm from Mobile, Alabama, and a lot of people would think, you know, it'll be a lot of racist stuff going on down there. But even growing up there, I've kind of never, I never had to deal with stuff like that. And I had a conversation with somebody like this before. Like I've never dealt with such racism and started having issues. The same thing. Started having issues. The same thing, y'all. And I show somebody's face on something. You know, they like to sneak. So when I show somebody face or something, or when I say something or really expose somebody, then my iPad starts screwing up, and then it'll throw the whole video off. Uh, I've been sitting at the park before, and I show y'all how people purposely try to intimidate me. And it's this one man I had on the iPad. I showed it to y'all. Immediately, the iPad started messing up, and it wouldn't allow me to save the video. I saved the video, and then it just disappeared off of it. And so I noticed how when it comes down to certain people like that, that's the kind of stuff that happens. You know, it just mysteriously just disappear off the internet. So yeah, that's what I've dealt with. Um, it's a little way of trying to oppress you. It's so funny. Little way of trying to keep you quiet. I'm gonna keep talking regardless. As long as they coming for me, then I'm gonna keep exposing the stuff that I'm exposing. I'm gonna keep saying the things that I have to say. Um, and I say if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And considering I had people in the background trying to take everything from me, it's like, what else? Who are you gonna scare away? Not friends, of course, because y'all are spreading enough rumors and told enough lies throughout the city. I have people on your side. Y'all have paid people enough money to do weird things behind the scene. And so, who you gonna scare away from me? You know, you making people think I'm a crackhead when I don't smoke, I don't drink. That's a you issue, and it's a them issue because you know they believe anything told to them. Certain people look for leaders, and certain people become leaders, and so you know, for those ones needing to be led, make sure you being led by somebody who is worth you following. Make sure you're not being misled by people who just trying to get their way. So yeah. Yeah. Bunch of people bound by the devil. Whole city of people bound by the devil. And it is what it is. But anyway, exile here. Solitude. Or even a tune. This could be a tune for somebody here. This could be a tune for somebody here. I don't know. It makes you wonder who has access to the whole military, where they can bring the whole military out. I was in one of those hotels one night, and there was one military person just sitting there, um, just sitting there in the eating area. But just so happened you had to walk by that particular spot in order to go up to the rooms. And he was sitting there saying all kind of weird stuff in the mirror. There's a mirror right here. It's like a mirror here. And then there's like booths here where you can sit down. And behind the booths were a couple of places to eat, like a Chick-fil-A and something else over there. And he would sit right there in front of that little booth and stare into the mirror as I walked by, and he was saying some of the most dirtiest things. And I'm not sure why. I don't know what that means when people do that. Y'all can let me know, if that means something in particular. But I just remember thinking, what in the hoodoo is being done over here? Like, what are he trying to do? Why is he looking directly into the mirror and saying the most obscene things here? And I'm talking about every curse word you can think of, every foul thing that you could think of that you would say to a person. He's looking not at me, but directly into the mirror saying it. I just remember thinking, what the hell is wrong with these people, y'all? First of all, when did I become this enemy of the USA? It's like I'm born here, and my knowledge, I'm more and should be more entitled than a lot of people here. Um, you know, this copper color skin tone here, I should be, yeah. You almost want to say like I'm more part of this land than anything, but I felt targeted by the whole army, and you have to ask yourself why. It's like I have all of this military family. I grew up. I started to go into the Navy, and now here I am being targeted by people as if I'm not a part of the country. It's like they're purposely, and it makes you wonder who has that kind of power. Makes you wonder who has that type of power to be able to group people together. The military, these were army people. And when I say I'm talking about full uniform army, not army vets, which I would tell you I was followed around by a lot before I left and went to Vegas, but the full uniform army. I'm just thinking, boy, if something breaks out, it's a sad story. They ought to be coming after me, somebody who's not doing anything, minding my own business, trying to stay away from the drama while y'all coming after me and sending little subliminal messages. I think I kind of went long enough waiting to see if something was going to change. I think it's about time to start trying to find an attorney when it comes to this. Because there's some stuff being done in the background that need to be fixed. There's some people who have access to things they should not have access to. It's people who have access to people they should not be working with. It's a lot of BS going on in the background that should not be happening. I was just thinking if they focus that much on other things. Betrayed by a friend here. I'm seeing this victory card, an unexpected income, but yeah. Yeah. Anyway. I'm gonna save this. Hopefully it saves, because like I said, a lot of times when you put people faces uh, on here and they don't want them to be seen, the whole video will cut off. When you say things they don't want to be said, a whole video will disappear. It don't be coincidences when my whole videos disappear like this, because it's never when it's just a regular basic video. It's always when I'm showing y'all something. But luckily for me, I already have a lot of stuff anyway. It's like I have so much evidence. I actually stopped collecting evidence. I stopped even recording stuff like I used to do, because it gets to a point where it's overwhelming. And my phone only gonna have so much space on it. It's like I don't want to use all my space showing people that don't deserve the time of day here. But at the same time, I like to make sure I have evidence of certain things, because I know people's power, and people in these positions of power, people who have access to certain things can make people look a certain way. How many times have we seen somebody say something in particular or do something that the people don't like, and something weird happens in the background? They start losing stuff. They go from being this rich, well-known person to all of a sudden crackhead that don't nobody want to work with. It's like what I've dealt with already, and that's why I say I don't really have. It doesn't really scare me. It doesn't bother me when they tell me people who keep it too real end up like Dave Chappelle, which is what came across my page. It don't bother me, because like I said, y'all have already caused me to lose everything before I even started this. A lot of this stuff I wouldn't even be saying had I been able to focus on the stuff that I was focusing on, but y'all were so money hungry and so greedy in the background trying to destroy me, all because you wanted what I had or what I was set to get, all because you don't like my confidence that I have in myself. And so this is what it's come to. Because one minute I was very well established on a job that I kept for 11 years, working on things that was to help people, be it parents or children, working on things that would help people. And then all of a sudden, I have people working directly against me whom I don't even know. And why? Some of them you do know, because like I said, it'd be your family working with other people to cause you harm because they're in their feelings about something. Those are the mental ones. Those are the ones you probably want to watch out for. The people who get in their feelings and are able to destroy people's lives because something didn't go their way. Those are the ones you want to look out for. Yeah. Aquarius, Sagittarius, Gemini. I'm not pulling those cards. I'm just throwing that out there. Those are the ones you want to look out for. People like that. People can't control their emotions. People will take time and destroy everything about a person just because they can get their way. But those are the ones y'all lift up in the background. Those are the people who ask you kiss instead. This world is really messed up, y'all. Yeah. Corruption. Corruption. People have watched me enough, and I guess they say, you know what, she has more potential than she realized she had. We gotta shut this shit down right now. Right now. People who shouldn't have even had an eye on you. It's like, why y'all watching me? Ain't nothing I did out there been big enough to draw all of this attention to me. And so it lets me know that somebody had to originally bring in all this attention. Somebody had to do it. So anyway, let me see if I can save this video.